I mentioned this in several different videos in the past. I want to mention it again because you make a good point. The reason why so many people remember the distinctive taste of Kentucky Fried Chicken and it being different in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, and they remember the change swing between those decades, is because Mary Kay Spices was supplying over 200 franchisees of Kentucky Fried Chicken with 99X, a recipe Uncle Harley and Bill Summers were responsible for making together with his wife Claudia. Now, Brown and Massey had started making alterations to the recipe or the things around it, like the flour and the oil. And Uncle Harley noticed this, and he threw a fit over it till they put him on the board of quality control. So then at that point, when people said he didn't have the right to go around to the different restaurants and correct the employees when they weren't doing things his way, he did have the right because he was on the Directors of Food and Quality Control. His salary was $40,000 a year for being the spokesperson, and it was up to $75,000 a year after they put him on the board. So because he was on the board, he was able to get away with, under corporate's nose, telling 200 franchisees to use 99X. This led a lot of people to think 99X was his original recipe, but it wasn't. It's a variant. It's a variant of it. It's close, but it's a variant. It's not exactly his. That's why it's called 99, never 100. Anyways, 200 franchisees used it between the United States, Canada, overseas, and people remembered the flavor being different. Now, Uncle Harley was right. Whatever corporate was making the franchisees use, the 99X seasoning was better. And it took a lot for Uncle Harley to have something that wasn't 100% his recipe be better than what they're claiming his recipe was. And they got away with this until the 1980s when PepsiCo took over. Because in the 1980s, Kentucky Fried Chicken sued Mary Kay, but they had to drop that lawsuit because there was no reason to sue Mary Kay for it. They reserved the right to sell to anybody. But the franchisees were in the violation of contract. This is not something documented by the brand. The brand will not tell you this. This is not on their website. This is insider information from my family that lines up with a lot of rumors that have been spread around the internet. It clears out the misinformation of 99X being the recipe, but it ties into why people think it was. Now, I don't think the recipe in the order of the list changed. I know that the quality changed because the flour changed, the oil changed, and the people who make it have changed. And all that plays into the factor of if it's 100% the Colonel's quality or not. Now, I'm not saying their food is bad. I used to, and we went to Corbin, and I went to several other franchises after that, and I can't say the food is bad. I've tried a lot of them. I haven't had a bad one in the last 3 years. You may have a different experience, and that's perfectly fine. You're valid to your opinion. But these are the facts.